I'm just kidding. I'm not dead.
I was concerned that you actually had died from Safi.
If you want to write characters and creatures in 5, you have so much health, I can give you the long and short of it. Because a CR5 creature is expected to contend with 4 like level 5 characters, it needs a lot of hit points to stay standing for long. The problem is, the minute you start downshifting that, you get the same problem you get in 2E, which is, my god, this is so much harder. Why is it like this? Bounded accuracy, my ass, is the point I'm trying to make. Man, I got some serious. Let's get that out of the way while I can. Delightful. And as ever, we get what a reasonable and pronounceable name I have in front of my face. I like it. It's even a dude who doesn't have a name. He's just called the Professor. Who you would know. Welcome, welcome to the Grand Circus of Wayward Wonders, where you will be performing tonight. Maybe. I'm not to say if you particularly have an act you want to perform or anything, but let me begin to read to you the introductionary phrase that it provides for me to read. The Circus of Wayward Wonders performs in an enormous and capable of holding hundreds of people, and that's a good thing. It seems the entire population of Abberton has turned out for the show. Many of the town's most prominent citizens, including the mayor, among the throng jostling for seats, peering at the 3 rings that fill the center of the tent and waiting excitedly for the show to begin. As the lights go down and... Wait, did they have stage lighting back? I mean, to be fair, it's like Renaissance era, but still, like, advanced lighting really does feel like a modern thing.
Magic.
I mean, the thing about magic light that I just want to point out, there are no bullseye lantern spells. At most, you can put a sun rod in a bullseye lantern, which
I was gonna say, just put the magic in the bullseye.
the funny thing is, I really do like that they're like you can put a sun rod into a bullseye lantern because of course they would account for that. If you're going to be rich enough to buy one of those, you're going to be rich enough to buy a glow stick. As the lights go down and the audience settles into their seats, the circus performers take their places backstage, awaiting their cues. You stand among them. Behind the ruffle of the curtain, where many things are stacked, from animal cages to barrels that clowns will be hiding in, to a variety of carts with refreshments so that you can stay at the top of your performance. The lights may go down in the main tent, but they do not hear. Nya. Suddenly, several performers closest to the curtain that separates the 3 rings from the rest of the tents leave their assignments, gathering in a small crowd to exchange frightened whispers and hushed gasps. Amid the group, his body contorted, as if caught forever in throes of terrible pain, is the corpse of Ringmaster Myron Thunder Stendel. Never even got to show his face. Everyone in the circus knew Myron for his amazing powerful voice that could bring instant silence even the largest crowd. And he knew everything there is to know about putting on a successful performance. Now he's dead, but the crowd is still out there, and they're expecting a show. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Wait, so like the show's going on?
The show is about to begin, as they
Oh,
say.
Yeah.
alright.
We've just found the boss dead.
Luckily, not in view of the audience, it seems. Oh, it turns out the professor does have a name. It's just that his picture doesn't have the caption of his name. Zarlian Keosophus. Fuck you, Paizo.
That
Ev-
is a that is a name.
Every time I have to,
Paizo last name.
every time I have to read a name and it's more complicated than Jimmy Joe, I'm gonna say fuck you, Paizo. Just, or Watsy. Depends on who made it, but that way we can all get a mental tally as to how bad this can get. Point is, do it. While everyone else around here seems quite concerned, I assume that you have enough rigor in your spine to stay standing when everything goes down.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I'm not actually performing in the tent because I'm a fortune teller. But I mean, I'll.
You're a sideshow to keep the crowd going, or the crowd
I
coming.
mean, I assume I wouldn't be too shaken, but I'm not anyone would be upset seeing the person they work for just dead.
Yeah. So I'll try to find someone part of the circus to help move the body.
Delightful. As you move on over, so too does someone else. an old individual, one of the sideshow backers, who you would know as Professor Zali and Keosophus.
Bark, bark.
It's the Keosophus that makes it kind of awkward because it's two vowels sliding into each other like that.
That is a really difficult name.
And he quickly hucks a silk cape over the body and turns to the rest of the group. As the other performers stare at the corpse, whisper to each other, and anxiously peer around around the curtain. Excuse me. My brain started musing words together. The professor, a thin, frail veteran of the circus, looks up. Well, what are you all waiting for? He asks, his weak voice barely audible. Listen, I really like that, but that is something I shouldn't say because I'm already voicing it. Have you seen that crowd? We've never seen a tent packed this full. There's a show to put on. We have to find a way to do it. So finish your makeups, get into your costumes, and send in the clowns. He immediately shuffles over to you, who look to be the least disturbed by the situation, and hands you the list of performances that are going to take place tonight. Because he does the shiso barking. He doesn't really get too involved in other stuff. There's some important decisions that he really can't just make. I mean, it's a close friend that he lost. So, if you want to, we can do the whole circus act. Or, if you prefer, we can keep it simple.
What do you guys want to do?
Because
I mean,
the rules for this are remarkably expansive and will take up a significant amount of time as an encounter would want to do. But
what goes into the rule?
oh boy. Let's pull up the old... No, not the Life in the Circus. Where's that stupid clown sheet? So,
Honk.
if you do the whole actual circus thing, there's the preamble where you do downtime activities and stuff, and you buy advertisements, and you buy prep work to set up your camp in your circus. You might even buy some merchandising. And then you decide, okay, what non-performer roles are the players going to take? What acts are you going to have put up? Every book comes with its own little selection of acts to quickly fill things out a little bit. And as every act comes around, they perform their act, which is essentially they just roll some DCs and take some actions to try and get things going, to get that hustle and that bustle. The thing is, it takes a long while, and there's a lot of NPCs involved since there's only 4 players. Well, only 3 in our case, but you get the point. There's like 7 tricks you have to roll through. It's 7 combat rounds with a significant amount of narration required to make it really pop.
That sounds like a lot of work for you.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? I think the idea is that the players take over for this, but that feels weirdly counter to how 2E runs its shit. It's like, oh, you describe for the episode. What?
And we could skip it, to.
Yeah,
get
keep
the
it
ball
simple.
going.
Just say we did
Okay,
a really, really great job.
I got
That
my
was
spells all
amazing.
set up.
I did a
Yeah.
cool flip.
In case Pepe needs a token. It's a little monkey. All right, so what are we doing? Because I got distracted by monkey.
I
Okay.
think we're just going to keep it simple.
Yeah,
Excellent.
The whole rigmarole.
Delightful. Do you want to put on your performances as well?
I'll
Do you have any
probably a performance?
If you have a performance, if you have a particular act you would like to put on, you can just tell me what the general gist of the act is. We'll make a little roll for it, and we'll roll with it.
I mean, the idea would be like I go out there and do like a big mock fight against Garlic, my Drake,
Ooh.
to make it look like the hero is fighting a dragon and it's all dramatic and stuff. But I'm not actually gonna hurt my baby.
That's awfully delightful. That sounds to me like a nature or animal or performance kind of thing. In terms of skill,
Alright.
yeah. Put on make it look snappy for the crowd. Snap, snap, snap. In the meantime, I'll take care of some rolls on my end. 7 d20. Oh, that's 7 d20. Oh, no, I want a d20 and I want plus 7. No. Excellent. Well, unfortunately, Ruby, you enter into a bit of a poor time. But luckily, there is a fun thing you can do But that's for the complicated rules. For the complicated rules, there's a thing you can do called send in the clowns. You can do it once per trick or act, I think, and it just bumps up your results by one. It's really goofy. At the same time, so does Axel's amazing aviary take place. Oh wait, no. There's something going on with Axel. As you walk back from your little act, realizing that, your nerves are still a little shaken. You can't blame yourself. You notice that Axel, he seems to be like he walks out of the curtains, and then he immediately stops as he sees the crowd ahead of him, like an ocean wave about to swallow him whole.
Oh, yeah. You okay, Axel?
You good, boss?
Yeah. Um, I. So, which one of you would probably be like most aware of the goings on in the camp from day-to-day activities? Because he walked in there with like the big confident stride, and now he's like, oh.
I'm probably the one closest in the tent, but I mean, like, if it's just like personal relations, maybe Alora would be aware.
I mean,
things.
just like if you would see people walking around the camp, that kind of stuff.
Food is probably going to be pretty active in keeping track of things.
And you might have picked up on the fact that Axel's new. And while he has done some side shows, like off to the side while the main act's taking place, he's never actually been a full act in and of itself. So he might just be having the good old stage fright. He's gonna need a little hand with that, or he'll just stand there, and he's already starting to drag for time.
Well,
we notice what is his act?
Let me just take a lot of look-see. I think he does like a whole bunch of birch stuff. Let's just take a look. I mean, it's called Axel's Amazing Aviary. He seems to be some sort of let's see. See him produce birds from under his cloak. They fly, they sing, they deliver sweets to children in the audience.
That's pretty nice.
It is very nice.
Cute.
Delightful, some might say.
I could help in a way.
What do you think you can do for him?
I think, when he summons his birds and has them deliver.
He's not
treats
going
the
to summon
children.
his birds if he's frozen in stage fright.
Well, I'll just reassure him that I'll be there on the side if you need anything, but I will assist in any way I can. I'll, if available.
Just a weird detail I want to point out, but literally no one here is trained in intimidation. Like, for all the skills that you have and don't have.
Yeah, I have a lot of skills, actually.
Like, I think you have every skill covered except intimidation. Just a
It's
fun.
our one thing.
You can be anything you want to say, but you can't be scary. all right. If you're gonna go that way, that's a diplomacy roll from you, laddie.
Alright.
Well, it's Lassie, but that sounds like a dog. Thanks, Lassie.
It is a dog.
You give him
Yeah,
the old pep talk. You gotta go out there, Excellent. Well, I've already rolled for him. I just was a little too anxious on that. So with a little pep talk in his back, you get to watch him go out there and deliver his fine show. It's not an amazing success, but considering that he was frozen and had to recover from standing there for like a minute or two, it could be worse. So far, so good. It seems the crowd's getting into it, which is good, because it'd be really bad if they didn't. As the opening acts slowly sway into the larger forms. The Kenbali family. Well, there's also the Dwarven Throwers. Let's take care of them first. Are they anywhere on this list of things that is going to go wrong? Nope, so we can just handle this.
Nothing ever goes wrong with dwarves. Ever.
The dwarves have been training for this one for a while now. They're ready and psyched to go. And what a show they put on! See, these tumblers shape themselves into living ballistae and launch themselves to the air. I think you have a right to see these pictures, by the way, because come on, man, come on, Paizo, you clearly put like some love into this. Look at these cool pictures.
Yeah, they made like posters and everything.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
The Dwarven Throwers fly from side to side. The crowd roars with excitement and anticipation. That's a mechanical term, and I kind of dislike it. You just throw them around normally. As this is going on, as the act winds down and they do their big finale, of course, things are taking place to set up the nets for the Kambali family. One of you is going to have to stall for time. There seems to be a problem.
Uh,
What kind of problem?
It seems that their nets have been sabotaged. As in, they started to take out the safety nets, and there's holes in them. They're pretty sure they keep these in good shape.
I could probably help them repair them. I have crafting.
What exactly is wrong with the nets?
There are
Like,
holes
did
in the
someone-
net.
Did
So-
someone cut them?
Maybe a closer inspection can reveal the truth.
I'll take a look. I know about strings and things.
It's
I-
either perception or nature, because it might have been an animal that chewed through this.
I am an expert in perception.
Like, the obvious answer is it's an animal or it's a knife. And if you know it's not an animal, you know it's not a knife. Taking a close look at this thing. These things have been chewed through by rats. Like, you can see the little itty bitty teeth marks, the little strings pulled around, the drool. But that's not. Rats might bite on a rope. They don't bite holes in a net. Like, this is a thin, sturdy, silken safety net. A rat isn't going to bite, like, holes in random places like this. They would bite, like, again, a string or two, but not an actual circle. There isn't really enough time to repair these nets, though. Just too much damage.
So, well, someone's got to go out there. Do you guys
mean-
think that you could go out without the nets?
They might need a little bit of encouragement to do something that risky. Like, they're pretty confident in their act, but to perform without a safety net,
Yeah.
they're gonna need a little pat in the back, as they say. Oh, excuse me, there's a picture for these. It's a picture for everyone. God dang it. How do you get the name the Flamboni Sisters?
That is the worst possible name, the Flamboni sisters.
Maybe that was the name.
The Kanbali family balances on tight ropes and with bounces, flips, and aerial feats to the light.
Well, I'm not exactly a people person. I don't know if I can actually convince anyone to do anything.
Alright.
I spend most of my time around here, helping carry stuff. And
Yeah, I'm okay talking to people. Hell, I could probably
Excellent.
join them. My stats actually match up to theirs.
Marvelous. You decide to give them another nice pep talk. And assure them that, it's been going fine the last few times, hasn't it? It's been going fine the last few times. They just need to step up and give it the old college
Need a
try.
Nut up.
nut.
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 Who doesn't want to say nut? Like, what kind of world? I wish that the dice tray did have, like, buttons for quickly adding 5. Oh, zoinks. Well, that's one hell of a pep talk. As the crowd roars and you stand in the background, things moving in and out. Torches put on and off as people require different light in different places. Eventually, the professor, who's been looking at this all from behind the curtain, making sure everything's going all right. You seem like squint off in the distance, real sharply for a moment, and the next axe rolls up slowly, in the form of, well, it's Eliza. One of you would probably be friends with Eliza because she is one of those people who just makes friends with everyone, despite the fact that she owns a significant amount of pretty large snakes.
Neckos.
I mean, I also have a very large lizard friend, so I'm probably familiar.
See, that's what I mean. She comes over with her large snake, Mr. Tickles, curled around her. Whereas Mr. Tickles is normally quite an energetic little boy. He's called Little because that makes for fun irony. He seems to be quite lethargically hanging over her shoulder like an actual scarf.
Oh no.
Oh no, baby.
That's just sort of how snakes were when they were big.
You know him well enough to know this is more lethargic than normal.
Oh, friend.
She walks up to the professor to talk with him as he's like again staring off into the distance and peels himself away from the curtain only when he sees her and immediately goes like, "Oh, you have to go up." However, he's not a snake man. Again, Shiitso Barker at best. Kind of a background kind of person, not an organizer or manager. What will you do, kids who are watching?
I guess go up and go like, "Hey, Liz, is Tickles okay? He looks kind of
Dopey.
down."
I don't know what it is with him. No. Oh, I dropped something. He. Let's see. Oh my. Oh no. He just seemed to have completely dropped off the deep end out of nowhere.
Is he not feeling well?
Not at all. I mean, normally he'd be happily crawling and coiling around me, but now he just seems to want to do nothing but take a nap.
Oh, poor guy.
I think I can temporarily help with what ails them.
Now, what do you have that can help?
I pull out from my pouch a little vial of snake oil.
Okay.
You know, that's
I
cannibalism.
think Mr. Tickles has plenty of that already.
I just rub it on their back and be like, "Don't worry, Mr. Tickles. Everything's gonna be fine.
Can,
Only temporary."
can you roll me some medicine to see if if you actually sell them on this? Well, Mr. Tickles does seem to perk up a little bit. So that's nice. That'll at the very least let them perform the show.
Yay. I'm really glad that actually came into play.
While this is going on, you get a little nudge as she walks away, and there's nothing between you and the professor. He kind of beckons you over and points out towards the crowd.
Sure is a crowd, huh?
No, he's pointing towards a very specific part of the crowd. And with a little squint, oh my goodness, he points towards a few people in the audience who are, very much yelling and agitating everyone around them.
Hecklers.
Yes.
Great.
We're gonna have to destroy them.
Go. Probably just have to chase him off.
Just go have a nice talk to them and explain that they're disrupting the show. That will work.
You get a little thumbs up. Go, you go ahead and take care of that. I'll make sure that everything stays running over here. You scoot your way over through the back of the crowds, eventually coming across the three. I love this name, the Abaton Ruffians. What a way to name your monsters. They are indeed jeering. They are holding onto these money bags, like gamblers would. And they're booing and jeering and in general heckling the crowd. They pay no mind to your presence. Initially, at least. They're not like, "Oh, there's someone new here."
Hey guys, can you knock it the hell off? People are trying to enjoy the show.
No. If anything, we're here to watch the show and see if we're gonna make a bet. I got a bet the lady's gonna get bitten by the snake.
Now, Flea leans in. Our people are trained professionals. If you continue to ruin the show, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave or join it.
Oh, a scary lady is gonna ask us to leave. Well, how about you leave your customer kingpin customers alone? and leave the watching to us.
Gonna look over at the lizard tamer friend. Doesn't look like they want to leave now, does it?
No, it doesn't. Maybe we need to be a little more, bit more persuasive.
You watch one of them like stand up and grab this. You hope it's an empty bottle. Otherwise, you're gonna get soaked. Yeah. Oh, you want to start a trouble with us, huh? And as he raises the bottle over his head to huck it at you, you suddenly hear him yelp, "Ah!" and fall over backwards.
Oh, that was. I had like 5 plans on what I was gonna do to that guy. I'm
Oh, I
surprised.
didn't even have to do anything. Is he okay? Kind of like lean over, like, you good?
You lean over and see that there's a snake coiled around his ankle and bit into him.
Uh-oh.
In fact, there seem to be a few more snakes crawling around on the floor.
Oh.
Send the attack snakes after us, boys.
Snakes don't know allegiance. You shut up.
Yeah,
The god snakes.
I'm just gonna try and, I guess, put myself between the snakes and the crowd, I guess.
I mean,
We don't want to...
you're pretty much in the middle of the stands, and more of the crowd starts to become nervous at the fact that there's snakes slithering around that aren't part of the act. It seems.
Shoo! Go on. Shoo!
You don't know snakes that well, do you? Snakes don't shoo.
Yeah, well, maybe if I
Snakes
ask
are
them nicely.
socks.
Shoo.
Can you give me some nature as you decide that perhaps you can shoo these animals with a firm and persuasive tone?
Eh. I'm
Not
not
like that.
rolling well today.
Not like that. You don't.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to chase him back by using one of my Kitsune ancestral abilities, where I can use my tail
Wiggle wiggle.
to
Fluffy.
whap electricity in front of them, just like a little shock of it, to try and startle them away. I'm currently in my fox form, so
What the heck is going on there? All right. You decide to give a little electric whappy dap. That's
yes.
one way to take care of the proceedings, ain't it? In that case, you can roll me some nature. I should try to convince them with a little bit of shock. Bzap, bzap.
A little bit better.
That's actually together with the bonus of you using a little bit of an augmentation to your effect. The two of you manage to get the snakes to scurry off away into out of the tent. Shoo, shoo. They slither into the what's it called, the stands, and back out the backside, giving you the space to operate.
Phew. Okay.
Okay, I need to remember your character's name.
Ruby.
Ruby. Things seem to be going really bad today. Like, abnormally bad.
Yeah. Usually it's not this chaotic. I'm just gonna pick up the ruffian from the floor. The one who was, like, getting bitten by a snake.
So you might
What?
want to get him somewhere to get that checked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure this idiot's okay, and more importantly, out of the stands.
They're a bit more cooperative now that one of their friends has gotten chomped.
You can
Champ.
come too.
Delightful. Why is this loot spot empty? That's supposed to contain the... No! That's supposed to contain the things you get... No! Also, my stomach acid's acting up. That's great.
Oh no, Tommy.
I really should stop buying milk-based chocolate things. Milk really makes my stomach go...
Oh no, the Tommy.
Improvised surprise. That's hilarious. The drunken brawler grabs something and then goes for a smash and gets a +2 to the attack. It's hilarious. Anyway, as this all has been going on, you take these fine gentlemen away. What's up next?
What is up next?
Does
You have
So
some
for
downtime to take a look at the body. Unless one of you wants to put on their show right now. Seems to be that it's time for the main act.
It's our main act.
You could be the main act. As said, the planning isn't actually all that solid right now, given that the person who was going to put up the organization itself is out of commission.
I already did my act, so I'm gonna go take a look at the body if the brawlers are, taken care of.
My whole thing for mine was not really like the main one. I was like trick shooting and acrobatics at the same time.
Delightful.
Run and gun.
Well, if you want to do that, you can do that now. Now's a good time as the main act. Go away to make a spectacle of yourself instead of during the wind down.
So acrobatics, performance.
Probably acrobatics, because you're doing something that requires the greatest of skill.
Flippy doopy.
That's enough to, at the very least, make it work. And so another fine act takes place. As the final act, the Flamboni sisters mixed with Mordray and the Magician for the big finale sets itself up. You take a look at the body, which will include you in due time, but for now it's just the other two fine ladies taking care of things. The Dead Ringmaster's been put aside on a small stretcher in the back corner where most people can ignore his unliving presence. There's an eggshell stuck to my leg. How did that happen?
Things get in weird places sometimes.
Exactly. So in front of you is the ever-cooling body of the Ringmaster. Ain't that something?
Have we not moved this?
I mean, yeah, we moved it onto like a
Yeah,
stretcher out of the way.
Yeah, it's in a corner. Most people don't even notice it if they just walk to their intended positions.
And it's probably a medical tent where, like, in case an acrobat or something gets hurt.
Yeah.
It's probably not a place you want to put a corpse, though.
Yeah. Probably also don't want to leave it sitting in the middle of the operating area.
This is like Renaissance technology. There are no medical tents. Don't be cute.
You can have a god of fucking medicine and still have medicine that looks like shit. It's like, oh, we're gonna rub dirty water on it. You think the god of medicine would share the importance of sterilization?
Oh man, your arm is broken. Bloodletting time.
I mean, healing magic exists.
Yeah.
I mean, even assuming that healing magic isn't a big thing, you think that the gods of healing would like share their knowledge? This
I
is
am
the
the
thing.
god of all anatomy.
How does my
Not for
PP
you.
work? I don't know. I
How's
wasn't
my
there.
PV work? I don't know, but it's the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Please don't show me again.
I did show up for sex ed. Sorry,
I'm the god of anatomy, not the god of sex ed.
not the god of venereal diseases. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like that. But I think it is. No. I'm the god of anatomy. I should know.
I invented this stuff.
I'm pretty sure I did. I might have been drunk. Anyway, you have a body in front of you. Did you know that?
We
Yeah.
do.
Kind of gross.
You don't see any immediate injuries, but he is still fully dressed, so...
Oh, need to examine at least a little more.
You decide to do the obvious things of like rolling up his ankles. After all, you just encountered some
anyone-
snakes, right?
Yeah. Is anyone good with medicine?
I'm trained.
Well, some training is all you really need to identify that he has been bitten a lot in his legs. Like, at ankle and calf height, many snake bites. Some just still dripping with venom.
That's not good. Especially given there's apparently a snake infestation going on.
Should we have a word with Eliza?
I mean, if you want to have a word about snake psychology, I'm pretty sure that Ruby would know that Eliza never shuts up about, snakes are very kind if you don't piss them off. They don't attack like this. But maybe she's just covering herself.
I mean, it does seem out of the ordinary.
Eliza does have an entire cart full of poisonous snakes.
I doubt she would do something like this.
Maybe we should ask her to go and look at them to see if any got out.
Probably an idea.
Because if she was using snakes to murder people, that's really dumb.
Yeah.
We'd figure out it's her, like,
Right away.
now.
You know, is she done performing? Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
she's done by this point.
yeah, we can probably go find her and ask.
You head on
Yeah, we should
outside.
go talk to her.
Let me load up the outside map. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. It all takes a moment.
Wowee.
Wowza.
Exciting, ain't it? You arrive outside of the tent. Shouldn't be too hard to find Eliza. She's near the big bonfire where everyone else is hanging out. Well, everyone else that is like done with their act and is taking a moment outside. It's getting darker and darker on the outside. After all, your performance started at the end of the day, so obviously it's night and time. So everyone is near the fire or nowhere at all.
We should probably
Yeah,
head
we
on
should go
to the
talk to
fire.
her now.
You scoot on over near the fire and see Eliza with her snake, which has started to the placebo has started to wear off, so it's becoming a bit lethargic again.
I didn't know placebos even worked on snakes, but, I learn new science every day.
It's magical snake oil.
Give Mr. Tickles a pat.
I mean, it is technically alchemical snake oil, and it doesn't have the emotion trait, so it just works on anything, I guess.
Yeah. It just, for a while, you'd feel better. And then you don't.
It's a fucking painkiller. It's opioids, baby. Welcome to CSI Epsilon. Figure out about that snake oil. Anyway, you're near Eliza and the other performers who have already done their acts, or just like supportive cast and stuff.
Hey Liz, you holding up okay?
I mean, it's a little shameful that my darling is so out of whack. Is there anything I can help you with? Or perhaps there's something you can do for us?
Well,
Well,
Hmm?
yeah, we had a look at the ringmaster. Apparently, he was bitten by a whole bunch of animals. Like,
Rats?
particularly like
Dogs?
poisonous snakes. And
Well,
we were just checking to see, like, have any gotten loose? Like,
I
Is
picked
everyone
up Mr.
accounted for?
Tickles when I moved out of my what's it called again? Cart wagon. And
wagon.
all of my snakes were accounted for at the time.
Mm.
Not to mention, it's quite uncharacteristic for snakes to attack en masse. They're not really group hunters or anything.
Yeah, only
She's not wrong.
ambush.
Most can really only bite a few times before they run out of venom, so I'd be surprised. You would need to
Right.
do something special to get a snake to act that way.
Yeah, this whole thing is weirding me out.
And that's also what I would like to ask on behalf of everyone else here. You are the tougher ones among us in terms of, making bad things go away. People have been hearing some strange sounds around camp, so if you could just do a little parameter sweep of the place. Make sure that good old Bardolph is still in good shape.
Parabola sweep, got it.
There are
Who
some people heard some noises down by the trees over there. and some odd sounds near the quarry over yonder.
Hmm.
So if you could just make sure that everything is okay, I'm sure everyone here would relax a little better.
What a
As
weird-
this goes on, you hear a loud cheering coming from the tent. Wah!
looks like they did well tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad. Especially with all the chaos that's been going on.
Yeah, we had a guy die. We gotta not forget that part happened. That was a thing that
Yeah.
occurred. Like today.
Like a few
Yeah.
hours ago.
So yeah, let's go do that little sweep like we said we would.
Yeah, I definitely want everyone to feel safe.
The way the Circus of Wayward Wonders makes its way around. That's a lot of ways. The way the Wayward Wonders way around. Okay, fantastic. Good job, me. A plus on the
Good
thesaurus
work.
there. Let's see. Includes many performers along with what the hell's a roostabout? Hangers on and family members.
Yeah, I think like a roustabout is like
Yeah, rust about it. It's like the
Broad-based, non-specific skills. Oh yeah, like
yeah, they're basically people who stick around with you and you tell them to go do a job.
they're the gophers and
handyman.
stuff. Gotcha. Nice. They travel in wagons of various sizes. Some are small and drawn by a single horse or even a mule. Others are drawn by teams of horses and oxen instead. Person who made this map, you don't really sell that idea. Honestly, any here that make me go, man, that requires a whole team. But maybe it's just the square cube rule kicking me in the face. There's also a variety of camels, bears, and elephants. It's a bigger camp than it appears here, because this is just one part of it.
Yeah, we only see the bottom of the actual tent.
Yep. Which is also not properly set to scale. I would like to... I actually took this map and made it... Like, this map is technically a 5-foot square map, but it makes all these things look so fucking tiny.
Yeah, because if it was 5 foot square, I'd be encompassing this whole cart.
Yes. Yes, you would.
which is kind of silly.
It is extremely silly. And also the tent would be extremely tiny. So, I took some liberties there. But you are close to the ringmaster's tent. In fact, that's this tent. This wagon. Gosh, it's not a tent, it's a wagon. And there's all the animal pens around the place. So it's up to you where you want to go and what you want to do.
Let's go check the animal pens first, just to be safe.
Excellent.
Safe of being tampered with or something.
Well, they appear open on the map. I would like to point out that that's just to indicate that there is in fact an entrance to those things and not that they are left open.
Which ones are the animal ones?
Probably these
those.
ones.
Yeah, just the pens located at the perimeter. Taking a quick look at the animal pens, you come to an interesting discovery. They're mostly fine. Nothing wrong with them. Which is unusual if apparently there's some murderous snakes running around.
So they're not house snakes.
I mean, if they were murderous snakes, animals tend to respond negatively to the presence of those, right?
Yeah. Well, most animals kind of freak out, like horses and
I mean, cats freak out at cucumbers.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's because cats are cats.
Snakes are a pretty common thing for animals to be scared of because those things will kill you.
And they look weird. They're very specific shapes.
Yeah, they're very long with no legs. Animals
I like-
don't like that.
Like spaghettis, but mean.
Don't-
Noodle.
Don't throw this mean spaghetti at the wall. He won't stick.
He'll stick it to you.
No!
Got 'em.
My spaghetti.
The scattos.
As I mentioned, taking a quick look around, the animals appear to be alright. I mean, they're going to need a water refill soon, but that'll happen when it happens.
Yeah, that's scheduled stuff.
The elephants are like, I'm an elephant. And the
What
cat-
is an elephant?
And there's even like a llama, which you're like, okay, it's not freaking out, so I'm not getting any closer than that.
I don't want to get spit on.
It's a thing they like to bully the newbies with by being like, hey, can you go feed the llama? It's like, okay, that doesn't sound like a problem.
Patooey. Ah!
That's his
Then
name,
it's suddenly a
Patooey.
problem.
Patooey the llama.
Patooey the machine gun killer. The fastest
Well, the-
spitter in the West.
That's just hot dog shooter in the west.
Well, nothing seems wrong here, so we should keep moving.
While you're checking
Yeah.
the pens, however, you do hear some ruckety noises coming from Bardolph's wagon.
Who's Bardolph?
Bardolph used to be owned by the great Fortunato, who was unfortunately robbed and killed in an alleyway in Escadar, a distance away from here. His bear, however, was still alive, so they kind of kept him as and now he's a big old mascot, a big old softy.
Yeah.
Byron,
So what's wrong with that?
well, he seems to be having a big old fuss in there. He's like, "Rawr." Bardolph is usually a big old softy, and he has a foot injury, so it's kind of surprising that he's this aggressive.
Bardolph.
Okay. You're the animal person.
This is his cart, by the way. It's like over here.
Oh, wait
Ah.
a minute.
Yeah, you check all the perimeter. Cool. I forgot to change Alice's character's name to have her character name as the token name. Cool, gotcha. Good job, me. Whoops.
Yeah, I'd like go over and kind of knock on the door to the car. Barney, you okay?
As you knock, you see his head like push up against the bars and go. "Rawr."
You good, buddy?
Anyone who got knowledge Arcana?
Did I take that? I took a bunch of knowledges. No, I did not.
I'm trained in Arcana.
Then can you give me a la look see?
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
Well, see.
This bear appears to be under the effect of some sort of enchantment. However, the
Oh.
enchantment is starting to lose its potency. You can tell
Right.
something's an enchantment because if you're magically skilled enough, you can generally tell by like the odd, slight quirks in their actions, like the moment's hesitation as the magic twirls their brain around. It's kind of a weird situation to see the bear this roary.
Yeah. It's okay, bud. There's nothing wrong. Just chill out a little, okay?
You take a moment, and indeed, he does chill out. At which point he just seems very confused because his head is full of things that he doesn't understand. The poor bear.
Well,
Poor guy.
something's affecting our animals.
Yeah,
That would
something's
also
up.
explain why the snakes were so aggressive out there.
Yeah. Someone's doing some shit.
Alright. Well, we better keep an eye on Garlic and Peppy.
Yeah.
Well, you checked out all the animal places, and things seem to be going fine.
Aside
Enough.
from the bear.
Well, he's fine now. Which is better than nothing.
Yeah, they.
Don't brainwash the bear before we put it out there, do we? Because that'd be. I think that's unethical.
No, he's just a good boy.
What's with
Yeah,
the bear and ethical?
He doesn't really perform much anyway.
Oh, so
Rabbit.
if we put the bear under brain control and put it out there.
The bear can actually do his tricks just fine. Like if you put him in the central stage and he feels like doing it, he'll just perform his tricks as always, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But they don't do it too much because he's a mascot. They're taking care of him because his owners did.
Yeah.
Well, you've taken care of the animal, as I said. People are worried about some things they saw in the stony place, and some
and the fourth
rustling
and the quarry.
in the woods. There's also the ringmaster's wagon. You might be worth investigating. After all, they set up their wagon around here. This one, to be specific.
Alright.
So what are you going to go?
Well-
You're going to go for the crowing noises of the rocks, the odd rustle and bustle in the woods, or the potential mystery of the ringmaster's wagon?
Well, the woods are closest.
I mean, these are like, you could walk most of these in like a minute, so.
Yeah. So.
Should we ask Desna about the woods? I pull out my fortune teller cards.
Delightful. If you want
If you
to, you can
want.
pull me a card, you can tell me which one you got, and I'll tell you how to interpret it.
Alright.
So go ahead, Bella. Pull a card, show me what it says, and I'll tell you which one of those little predictions make the most sense.
I actually wonder if I give you the link, it'll give
You can
a
always
card
just use the
idea.
snipping tool.
Ah, good.
Snipping tool is very useful.
It's a God-given gift. And Microsoft
We keep
said, we
saying
will
they're
make
moving
one
it, but
more
they-
useful program for you to use. And we will also make the clipboard history, and everyone cheered. And then they went, and now we will make Cortana mandatory. Yeah.
You bastards.
Thankfully, I
Hmm.
can still edit her into oblivion.
You get an aura of innocence from that area. When the card is laid, it tells you something of something worth remembering, with an innocent charm.
That doesn't mean anything.
And it gives me a good feeling about going into the forest.
Well, as fortune teller, you know that a lot of cards tend to make more sense in hindsight.
Yeah.
That's their
So we can go see if anything is clear.
Yeah, well, at least it's not raging hellfire, I guess.
Hey, that would suck.
So it's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows.
Fuyu, where you at?
You know what's really
Oh.
funny about how this is set up, which really just shows that Paizo has no fucking clue how this works? There is nothing stopping you from just walking down the river and finding what you're supposed to find here, but there's two encounters that assume you take this little forest path. This is why I didn't want to use experience for this. Anyway, you walk down the river, apparently. I mean, it's like a small cabbling brook. Anyone can walk along that.
Yeah, like that's the big open entrance point to the forest.
You eventually
It's
see
just like right there.
these playful elementals. They're water mephits. You can tell because they're made of water, and they're small little boys, and they're throwing water around all over the place.
Dicks.
Oh,
That's what they do.
When they see you in the ever-growing dusk and gloom, between the rustling trees, they go, "Hey, what's the password?" The small clearing, no more than a widening of the path in the thick woods, contains a pile of leaves, a few diameters. No, what? Listen, this is not a great place to split the sentence. A small pile of leaves, a few feet in diameter, with a thin blanket. Next to the leaves rests a small backpack emblazoned with a green patch. The stream burbles. That's a great verb. Merrily nearby. Remember to burble.
Is a good one.
brr, 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 brr.
Make a continuous murmuring noise. Thank you, or break up in turbulence.
Yeah, they make a burble noise.
Anyway, these little guys are like, "Hey, what's the code word?" Yeah.
Why do you guys have a code word?
Okay, how stupid is he gonna be about this? I mean, they're not very smart. So let's see. Apparently, he's like, "Oh, you think you got me? No. You gotta tell me the code word first."
Well, if we're to tell you the code word, we need to know the code word. So would you have to know what the code word is?
He has this face of someone who's like, "Oh shit, I didn't expect to get this far."
Never got this far before.
This wasn't in the instructions.
Yeah, of course I know the code word, but you should know the code word by talking to an Emia.
Talking to who?
Nobody. You can talk to nobody to learn nothing.
Oh, where would we find this nobody to talk to learn nothing?
Well, she was sleeping here before, so I don't know where she is now.
Can we have a look at where she was sleeping? Maybe it will tell us where she went. Then we could ask her about this nothing that we're not supposed to know.
Just imagine like ear fizzling, just smoke coming out.
I mean,
Water elemental.
Is the code word for this river?
it's hardly a river. Let me see how the book describes. Let's see. Prefer to set up easy access to water in this pond that describes. Okay, yeah, it doesn't even. It's called a stream. You
Or
can
like a
ford it
creek?
with remarkable ease.
Remember to subscribe.
I mean,
I'm
listen.
just-
Here's like my big hang up with this thing, right? It's like, okay, you can only ford it on the bridge or using like this little area over here. Anyone can jump this river. Paizo, people can jump. I know that most of them are probably going to be white men, but they can still jump enough to get over this little river.
Now, it is white men jumping. You're asking a lot.
Oh no, I'm wearing a thick business suit. I can't move my legs.
Oh, the leggies.
Point is, these guys are like, hey, you stay around here. We're gonna have our own little fun. And they look like if you decide to stick around much longer, they're gonna start hucking that water at you just to make you all wet and uncomfortable and want to leave. Like literally just drench you.
It's just mean.
Well, you know they're having fun. They're always wet, so nothing new for them.
Oh, that's rude.
I just realized there's actually an incentive for weighting your bag down with some stuff so that people can't mage hand it off of you. That's a weird thing to be thinking about, but you know, sometimes you just think about things.
Hey, if it's a world where that kind of stuff happens, you might want to get used to that.
You'd probably be a little prepared for it. But like,
Anyway, there is a backpack over there that probably contains some things worth knowing. By the way, is anyone here training religion?
I don't think I took religion, actually.
I have all the knowledges.
That green patch kind of reminds you of a holy symbol, like a religious symbol, but it's a bit hard to tell from this far. You have to be a bit closer to really get a good look. I think it's adorable that she has a religious symbol patched onto her backpack. That's great.
This is Sarah's way. She protect me.
oh wow. Well, guys, we don't know the password, but I think we should probably be allowed over there anyway.
Why's it?
Because I have a big dragon and he's very scary. I kind of gesture to Garlic.
They take a moment to think about it. Actually,
You suddenly raise a point.
your garlic has intimidation, so you have it covered anyway.
Yeah, he's
You know
frightening.
what? Your garlic, if you want to use your garlic to be intimidating, your garlic can try to be intimidating. Maybe these guys don't like garlic on their bread.
No
But
one wants
they're
garlic
wrong.
bread.
They don't. They're just gonna be like, you know what? We'll just look the other way for a very quick moment, and if something goes away, that's the lady's problem.
Thank you for your understanding.
I jumped the river. Wah.
I'm going to jump that river, too.
Taking a closer look, the holy symbol is that of Gosre, which I will now pull up for you, since you know about religion, you know about the main gods. And Gosre is not that obscure. The wind and the waves, that's his side name. A timeless entity that makes up sea. His edicts are cherish, protect, and respect nature, and don't bring civilization in the wild, don't create undead, because Paizo has a big fucking boner for telling you that everyone hates making undead except evil gods. Can't make a neutral god without that. Don't despoil areas of natural beauty. Essentially, it's the god of nature, the sea, weather, etc.
Respect.
A druid kind of god, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's not like Baphomet or something.
The bag appears to be weighted down with some rocks and contains some other things as well.
Well, let's see if we can find some identifiers. If not, then
First, you find a cool token.
a feather token.
You got a mini medal.
You got a little
Tiny
cover.
metal.
You found some tough nuts.
Ooh.
You found. I assume you don't want 2 bulk worth of wet river rocks.
Not.
Hell yeah, that's rocks, baby. That's rocks, baby.
The most interesting thing you'll find among it is a local area map that contains Aberton and its surrounding areas. It records the movements of the circus members with uncanny accuracy, which is to say that you can look up your name and it's like, oh, that is where I went. It also specifically marks an orchard and a mill in the local area. That is to say, in Aberton.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
gonna-
like this.
Yeah, whoever was here has been keeping
I
a
thought I
pretty
was the only
good
one who watched people overly closely.
You probably recognize a lot of the movements on the map.
They stole my book.
Copying your homework. What did the method say the person's name was? Melia?
N-
Meria?
let me pull that one up for you. Real nice and slick. It's let me just, I'll just give you the. Whoops, that's an Aquan.
Yeah,
Mm.
thanks.
It's
Nemia. Okay. It was close.
Nice.
Well, maybe you could ask around camp and see if anyone's heard of anyone by that name. Because I don't recognize it.
That's a good idea. Should probably go back to the
Would I,
campfire and take care of that business then.
would I recognize it?
I mean, that's a
Like
very long shot.
Yeah, I assume I know some of the people in camp.
This is not someone from camp.
Yeah.
This is probably someone from around here.
Then we really should go ask about it, because maybe that name's been somewhere.
I mean, maybe one of the people who does like the barking in town would have heard of this. So you should know they're in town.
Yeah.
One of the advertisers. I always hate talking to marketing.
The methods to the work.
As you move on back to town, you find that some horrifying thing has taken place.
Ooh.
The sound of pipes, fiddles, and horns echoes across the camp from the meeting fire, where the members of the Circus of Wayward Wonders have been waiting for a proclamation that it is safe for them to return to their wagons. But now, everyone is formed in two concentric rings, with musicians on the inside. Everyone else is dancing on the outside. Their energetic prancing seems incongruous with the wariness on their faces. Even the professor seems to be busy as he's panting and sweating, and you can see his limbs jerk in time with a lively jig, and you can tell that his body can't keep up with this for long. He even yells,
They got up
"Help
quick.
us."
Did he help? Just kind of
At the
rush
center
towards.
of these circles are these tiny itty-bitty things. Grigs are they called. They're annoying little fae that like to make music by rubbing their back legs together because they have cricket lower halves. And they like to rum together and they make noise that enthrall people nearby.
Oh no.
I'm gonna take a shot at one.
Hey.
Unfortunately, you can't really approach or talk to them because there's like all these people in the way. And these things are like tiny.
Can we try to, I don't know, muscle our way to the middle of the group?
You could definitely try that.
You run in and waving arms, going, "Hey, get out of here!"
Just kind of like shoved through the rotating rings.
All right, give me some athletics if you can muscle your way through your friends who are trying to dance the dance of life.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Still can't roll for shit today.
Unfortunately, you are bounced right off of them. Alora,
Ah,
it may also be possible to simply try and dance through the circle.
I'll try to make my way, in a
Downtown.
movie. Yeah. Make my way downtown. Inward.
Give me the goods. Give me the goods.
I will give you them goods, which I assume is performance.
You slick your way to the center, and they're like dancing, rubbing their legs together, going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, aren't you the one who does like the fortune telling?
I am.
Oh my,
Are
we
you-
really like your act. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like to join? It's a great big fun.
It doesn't look like my friends are having much
Oh,
fun.
everyone's having such a good time. Why would you stop now?
I mean, they look tired.
Oh, everyone gets a little tired over time. But that's not a reason to stop now.
I mean, it is for, people who aren't used to dancing for long periods of time. We could take a break, go for a snack, go for, a nice relaxing jaunt. Or
Can you give me the good old fashioned diplomacy? As you tell them that maybe it's time to calm down a little bit.
maybe
You
chill.
tell them that It's been a long night. People need a
nat
break.
20.
Yeah. Come on, guys, chill out, man.
Oh my goodness. What is? Oh, that's in it. Oh. Well, you managed to convince them, and you do so without making them feel too dejected about it either. Well, all right.
Maybe, we could dance some other time, but like, in moderation, because people aren't quite as nimble as, one would hope.
Well, I still like your act. So, um, I'm Tricia, and this is Kanono. So, if we ever see you again, maybe we'll dance another time when you're a little less sleepy.
Oh, of course. Would you like a reading?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
All right.
Those are
Yep.
real.
Little clappy
Shuffle,
hands.
shuffle, shuffle.
Turns out they're total
Draw me 2
skeptics.
cards for each of them.
All right.
Well, like, I mean, 1 card for each. Excuse me. Just keep it
I'm
simple.
sorry, I don't believe in God. Then they go away.
Yeah, your
God
card's
is dead,
fake.
and Satan rules.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no. Oh, I
You
I
draw the
do
fuck you
cards.
card and the get bent card. Why are these in my deck?
I didn't
just
put these
gonna-
in here. Yes, no. Damn it.
I'm gonna share them into the.
Yeah, you.
But
I mean,
everyone
everyone
else
else is here.
wins.
You can show what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, you did just end their performance.
And the second line. Grab that.
Show me the
Yeah.
beans. Well, that is
Combo better next time.
Wow.
that is honestly quite impressive.
So you actually did get the fuck you and get bent cards.
Fuck you and fuck your wife.
I mean, that's not always a bad thing.
I'm
know.
telling fortunes. I'm not telling you how to live your life.
Maybe there's no passion here, but maybe you'll
Maybe-
find passion
Yeah,
in
maybe,
other places.
maybe that's the point. Is that they gotta move on.
And your fortunes aren't here in the circus. The fortunes will be elsewhere. But you're always welcome to watch our show.
Well, since you've given them such a great warning, and apparently you were right, they should stop. The cards clearly demand it. They decide to offer you something as a payment for your kind services, which I will now stuff into your loot bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Desna.
I wanna move these. Fine, I'll loot the token. Here you go.
Drink.
You get a cool
Oh.
wand, and you get some potency crystals.
Here you go. You're gonna need it if you're drawing cards that bad.
There's never a bad card. Just, different opportunity cards.
Anyway, they start they start jumping off like crickets, flying like 30 feet every step. Whew, whew.
Bye.
That was a thing that happened.
It was.
You suddenly hear a loud. Well, do you want to still investigate the ringmaster thing, or shall I just get to the
I
fun
do.
part? Well, then take a look. It's right over here. A colorful banner on each side of the wagon advertises the Circus of Wayward Wonder in large capital letters, surrounded by images that depict some of the famous acts in the show. It might even be one of yours if you feel like it. If you feel like you're worth it. The door is locked, and the key wasn't on his body. You normally know that he has like the key hanging off the side, so it's kind of weird that it's not there.
Hmm.
Can you see? Does it have any windows? Can we see inside?
Definitely. But the windows too have like that little latch you used to catch it. Your options are to try and pick the locks or force the door.
I can pick the lock. I have thievery skills.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Go ahead and impress the class.
It's actually one of my highest skills.
And with little effort, you manage to open the door.
I'm-
In fact, you do it with such great sensitivity that you manage to avoid opening the door too far, for something uncomfortable sits directly in front of you. It's a big, smoky plant, and it has a fancy name. That's because I can't remove the caption. You see several of these, each 2 feet tall, just sitting in the room.
Pitcher plants.
Was the ringmaster into weird botany?
Not that you know.
I mean, I don't want to go near that thing. Do you want to go near that thing?
I kind of don't want to go near that thing.
I'm gonna. Can I tell what it is at a distance?
A nature check may reveal the nature of these plants. Ha ha, get it, nature? Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
You're not quite sure exactly what they are, but these are quite obviously magically grown plants that seem to have some poison hallucinogenic properties. You know, the kind of stuff you would throw if you want to fuck with someone.
Well, definitely not something someone would grow in their house.
Definitely not. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah. Who wants to be constantly high while home? Like unwillingly though.
I was about to say.
Yeah, some people do.
I mean, Claire owns a bunch of spiders.
Well, spiders are neat.
They're also stupid, dumb.
Yeah.
They can't do think.
So am I.
Well, if you want to investigate any further, you're going to have to contend with those nasty dream pollen pods.
Right?
Any idea how to get him out of here, guys?
Could you take him out from a distance, I guess? You got the bow and arrow.
I
I
mean,
could try, but it might make going in there a little hard.
Well, my
Hey.
only option is to burn them. I think that would destroy the entire thing.
I could run in and pull them out.
That sounds like a bad
If you're
idea.
careful about it, you might be able to succeed at that.
Yeah, well,
Which is to say
be
that
careful.
there are 2 options. If you're trained in nature, you could probably wiggle your way in there without triggering their natural responses. But if you use thievery, you might be able to remove the pods gently so that they don't burst.
I'll try to remove them gently with my thieveries.
Careful, or you'll get hit.
Let's be careful.
That is not enough. You need
And by that, I mean hero point.
Sure. That's enough.
Yeah, that's better.
With a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, you manage to pick all these nasty pods and set them aside. Then you presumably cut the plants because you immediately see like another small pod grow in place. Like-
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Like a new full one of those is going to be growing back in an hour or so.
Oh. Don't think we'll be an hour, but make sure, put a sign on the door like, don't come in, evil plants.
Taking a look around the
Be
place.
Nice.
While Mirren's wagon is filled with personal belongings and stuff, there's no indication that they were, expecting a fight or were having trouble with someone. No diary open on a page where it's like, I'm going to confront him about that thing he did.
No environmental storytelling.
There is, however, a lovely little chest. Like it's a little box with a big ring on one side that hangs from a hook that's labeled emergencies.
Oh, you like to open that?
It's up to you, Captain Crime.
You-
Not Captain Pride.
I don't get this. Why can I not move items from some loot spots? I don't get it.
Wait, there's a thing to open?
Here you go.
There's an emergency box. Alright.
Inside is an ever-burning torch, a Bravo's brew, and 12 gold pieces. Something useful if you plan to go on a run, I guess. As you take care of this, you suddenly hear a noise coming from the Kenbali wagon. a creak and crack as it opens up. And then a
Basement is
voice
back.
speaks to you.
Isn't this a pretty sight? I had hoped to murder more of you while the whole town was watching. That would have frightened him away for good. The big slaughter is even better. The foolish farmers and poisonous habitant will discover your rat-chewed corpses, and no one will know what happened. But everyone will whisper that nature is taking its revenge. And it is through me. I'll wager most of the town will be gone in a week, and the rest will fall easily. Perhaps the land can cure from the cancer known as Allerton.
And suddenly you hear the stampeding of many itty-bitty feeties. It's rats!
No.
If Claire was here, she'd be
Bloodless
betrayed.
rats.
Not just rats, but there's also a halfling who's wearing a rat hat.
I want to take the shot at the halfling.
This picture, by the way, is fucking awesome. I love her rat hat. Can I find the picture? Please tell me I can find the picture. I can't find the picture. Oh, I'm going to have to find it in my Extinction Cursed Extraction. By the way, I really do appreciate that there's an extractor for this stuff. It's so good. It makes my life so much easier. Where are you, rat lady? Oh, come on. I can't live with myself knowing that you did not see the rat lady. There she is. Okay, I found her. Here she is. Get a load of that. Get a load of that.
Hell
Oh.
yeah. Powerful, powerful energies.
Do not
Which
test
one
me. I will talk you down from your evils.
How did you find a rat that big?
Who knows?
Here come the dice.
Let's have at it. Nemia is philosophical, apparently. Although, to be fair, she kind of is.
Kind of.
Does she have any
Where's she
spells
at?
she would like to
Oh.
make? Animal vision. For some reason, they put all this shit in the title of it. Great. Good job. Thank you.
Good. Great.
I think she already expended some of her spell slots since she already did something with a snake, so I should get rid of that one. There we go. That's nice to take care of. I just want to mark that one off. Thank you. Anyway, she immediately like, oh, it's the bow girl. Yeah, she dives on the cover. Then takes out a sickle. Her rat swarm is given the instruction to bite at will. How fast is this swarm? 30 feet. Oof. So it takes
The
2
one that
actions
does
to go right at you.
that- Oh. Honey.
Chop, 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 chop. DC 17 reflex save. You can click that, by the way, to roll, I think. Yeah.
Right,
I wonder if the dice roll the same for everyone. Like, do you see me messing with this die, or...
Actually,
Oh, that's awesome. I love that it's shared. Only...
See?
If you were paying attention, you would notice that only things in its space, which would be Bella, and only Alora
Yeah.
has to roll. Alora,
I
in that
just
case,
rolled
you take a
Go on.
terrifying... Oh, 6 damage. Ow.
Apparently.
max damage. No.
You also have to contend with Filth Fever.
Oh no.
Is this the second character of yours that's gotten that, Bella?
Ruby, it's the rats!
The rats.
Rats are weak to area and splash damage, because it's a swarm of them.
Yeah.
Physical
Good
doesn't
thing,
work quite as well, though. Unless it's a
I have
blunt...
an area attack. I'm gonna like kind of maneuver my way, kind of like zigzag
Yeah, it's alright, I get you.
around, and then doing my best to avoid setting everything on fire. I'm just gonna. Do you not? Where is it? Pretty sure Garlic had fire breath.
No, he had fire support.
I have fire support.
I think he gets his breath later.
Yeah, breath is like I think when he's mature. But yeah. In which case, I'm just gonna try and kind of fire support attack them, sweep. Don't have. Thought I had an area attack, but I don't. Yeah.
What is this magma spike thing that you have?
It's unarmed attack. I can make my arm into a spike and attack with it.
Neat.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Whatever you do, you gotta do it. The rat swarm is an armor class of 14, but you're flanking it
I
because your
can't-
friend is inside of it.
I can't roll higher than a 5 today.
So please roll me some damage. Despite the fact that this is not the recommended way to fight rats, you sure do mess up some of them with a big wide smack, like a golf swing.
And then also some fire damage from.
Oh yeah, you can do. Luckily, they're not resistant to fire damage at all. It's not resistance at all. It's just physical. And bludgeoning is exempted apparently, because you know, slamming things. There's another rat here. There's a little rat scamper right at you.
Oh, no, it's a big boy.
How did I?
Also, I like how that rat swarm is materialistic.
Yeah, they want the things.
They want
the good
all
things.
the nibbles, and then your big Drake gets a bite in the butt.
Oh no, the big bite.
Her Zyla.
Okay, so I'm focusing on Rat Lady. It's me. Okay, I like how that one is philosophical. That actually works. And I'm going to. I could use Hunt Prey on it.
Oh no, preys are getting hunted.
And then, because I have Quick Draw, I can draw an attack in the same turn. Same action.
Absolutely terrifying.
And with Hunter's Precision, I do an extra 1d8 precision damage to it if I hit.
I don't need these scares.
And I'm going to do something even bigger.
All right, so
What?
so what's all going on? And are you attacking the rats or what?
No, I'm attacking the person controlling the rats.
They're like behind a cart. You're gonna have to move around a bit to see them.
Okay.
I don't know why I think you could just hit someone through a solid object, but I like your gumption.
That means I can't use my gravity weapon. By the way, I took gravity weapon.
Yes, fantastic choice.
That's a good one.
So I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna be like, bada bam!
Oh,
And
you went
probably
for
not
it.
hit.
Aw.
Yeah!
You're cursed. Alora, rats!
Alright. Well, since they're all in my grill, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select them. I'm just gonna whack, whack, sugar smacks.
Thanks for the flanking. You do critical damage, so please roll me crit.
Okay.
You did the
Uh,
opposite of me.
You do,
Bonk.
well, luckily, bludgeoning is apparently exempt from that. So the rat swarm, you smack some of them enough that the whole group breaks up, leaving
Alright.
you with no more rats eating you. Which is
I
good,
have-
because once they start doing swarming bites like 3 times in a row, that's when life starts to suck.
And since I can see the giant rat, and I still have to. Wait, no, drawing a weapon is one action. So I only have one action.
Sure.
Let's see what I can do with one action. Can't do shit, so I'm just gonna move close to the lady.
Oh no.
What?
Zoinks. Well, since you're so eager to come in close, they were going to cast Entangle first, but then when you came so close, they're like, oh, you want to give me the old handshake? Then I will, with shocking grasp.
The
Well,
grabby
that's mean.
hands.
You're
Grab
mean.
your hands,
Ow.
go! Slap.
Right.
Zippy
That
zap.
hurt.
Does she have a shield on her?
Uh,
Just
I-
a sickle
I
and a
did.
staff. Gotcha. And she has a rat hood. Well, she has one action left, and you know what? Just gonna hit you with that sickle. Swoosh. Ooh.
Why would
Ooh.
you do this?
Because you... Listen, there's a
Wait.
reason why in 2E you don't run towards people as your last action ever. Let me tell you why. It's because you just saved them the trouble of walking to you on their turn. Dizzy, Alara falls to the ground. Although their initiative doesn't actually change because they're still like before Nemia, so. Our giant rat is biting your Drake.
Hey, get the hell off.
Shoo, evil doggo.
Use support for the first action, so I get that fire damage, and then I'm gonna target and attack the big rat.
Marvelous. Ooh, that's a. Ooh, you're done with that rat in one go. You deal such vicious smacks that its morale is instantly broken. Which is to say that you put it at exactly 0 hit points. And I think it's fair enough to say that the rat just goes, I'm out of here, see ya. It scurries off into the sunset to live a life in some other circus elsewhere. You know,
I
makes...
have one action, and I think I'll just, I guess.
This is where quick draw is hilarious, because you can totally just go, I'm going to quick draw a knife and throw it at someone.
I have a reach weapon, so I'm just gonna stay out of its reach and in mine.
You try something, you get hit. Zala, you got a better shot now. Make it count.
And I have all my actions.
Delightful.
Aha.
So I'm going to start shooting at her.
Ah, yes. You took Hunter's Edge position on top of... Ooh.
Yeah, I took all the extra damage.
I'm gonna use a hero point for you, so that actually hits.
Yay.
Delightful.
Huzzle.
Well, that's great.
And
2. Pew.
Gravity weapon?
gravity weapons acts like it's passive almost because my first strike per turn.
You gain the gravity weapon focus spell. That sounds to me like something that isn't passive. Here, let me slap it on your character. Let me slap. There you go. There. Oh, you can actually put it on yourself. That's nice. So yes, you get to roll another weapon damage die, I think. Oh, it lasts for a minute. So you just for a minute have a bunch of extra damage dice.
So, yeah.
That's nuts.
That's another damage die.
All right, another 4. Well, that's a 5. Excuse me. That's okay.
And I'm gonna just take one more shot anyway.
'Cause I can, baby.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, your
Nope.
precision and gravity weapon means that your first hit, which can likely be a crit under good circumstances, is gonna hurt like a fucking truck.
Yeah,
that is
first one did a
68.
lot.
That's 2D. That's 48 plus 2d6 plus 2.
Yep.
Alara, can you roll me a dying save? You can do that by clicking the button next to your dying meter.
Dying.
Also,
Oh,
since it was a crit, you're a dying too, so don't fuck up.
Okay. Yay.
You're just dying 1. You'll live a little.
I will not cease until your country's civilization is nothing but dead.
And insert
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. How big of an area is this? A 20-foot burst. That ought to make do.
Let's see how you like it when nature takes a bite out of you.
That's a reflex save from, I imagine just your big Drake, since the Drake's the one on the ground, and from Zyla
Yeah.
on the back. This is not
Which
entangled
save
from
do we need?
3.5, by the way. It doesn't fuck you up in a billion ways.
Reflex away. Wrong button.
Your
Right.
animal is immobilized for a while, and you are just take a 10-foot penalty, which is not bad.
Also for shits and giggles.
Doesn't change me because I'm just shooting.
I can't roll it anyway.
Let's see. Until it leaves the area. Okay, cool, I gotcha. And as its last action, I mean, it just, not much they can really do with one action. So, not even, nothing there. Well, I was gonna scoot around a little bit. Ruby.
I can also hit her because she ran away.
Oh, go ahead and please hit her with your ridiculous fighter damage. That's still
Nice.
that's not a crit against her because her AC is 19. Jesus, where'd you get that armor class, baby? Still a solid blow. Yeah, that's a solid blow. Ruby, it's your turn. Your animal's stuck, but you can totally just hop off of him and follow her on
Yeah.
foot.
That's the plan. Just leap off his back.
So you would end up here, and that's just one action, and you now have 2 actions left.
Yeah. And I assume reach doesn't reach that far. I need to actually get closer.
Oh, it does. Reaches 10 feet. She's 10 feet. It also reaches diagonally this far.
Oh, okay. So I can just hit her from over here.
Yeah, you just smack her against the wagon with a swing from the south, as it were.
Hey, dummy!
Oh, you hit
Why
the
was
wagon.
Fucking giant rat.
Why was you wasting a shot? 1 action left.
And I'll just map him.
That is a solid map. Nemia feels the courage sink into her booties. Zala.
Okay, so you said I took a 10-foot penalty.
Yes. Until you leave the area, that is.
Oh, I can get just within range to go for the shot.
One thing I need to check up on. Does it make difficult terrain? Because that makes sense. But it would also be a double dip, which I wouldn't like. Also, for Ruby, because I completely fucked this up, you could have totally attacked of opportunity on that entangle too. Oh, it is difficult terrain, so you have 15 feet, and this is like as far as you can, whatever. Let's see. Well, you hit her. And it ignores the pitiful amount of cover she has. Bada boom, bada bing.
And also from gravity. Oh, wait, no, not that one, not that one.
1d8, please.
Ignore that.
Alora. Recovery
And
roll.
final shot.
Oh, yeah, you got one more.
Forget it. I'm good.
Alora is now stable, but also wounded. Filled with raw fury at your foolish little spells. She decides that she's gonna move back a bit, moving around the cart. And
Spell of pointy stick.
oh no! How does she keep forgetting? What are these masterful fighters? They're missing, that's what.
Yeah.
And then she produces flame. Oh, you're actually out of reach. She'll have made that before she walked. Okay, gotcha. In that case, you actually have some cover going for you. Sila, careful! They're throwing fire at you.
That's rude.
And then she ducks for cover. Ruby, at this rate, you might just kill her before she makes it all the way out of here.
Charge!
Sudden charge is hilarious, yes.
Run right at her. Swing.
Oh, that's a crit.
Finished.
That is a crit. Oh, a crit that takes out about half of her hit points in one go. So yeah, that is 22 more damage than you absolutely needed.
It was pretty low then.
Yeah.
She makes a little
Only time I get good rolls is when I don't need them.
delightful. As everything settles down, and it seems things have been resolved. They hope. You can take a look at this fine individual. So, with a little bit of chit chat going around, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. An individual. Oh wait, not that version. This is the version I'm gonna use because you guys need a caster. I had a
Oh,
fighter
yes.
set up because I was expecting a fighter.
Make
First off,
sure-
yes, you need to make sure Alora isn't completely dead. Thank you.
Peppy is dancing on Alora, like pointing at her satchel.
Aw.
Everyone has animals but me.
Well, you're a fox, so.
You make your
QED.
choice.
I don't know how to feel about what you just said.
As the evening finally begins to settle in and the cool of night makes Alora kind of chilly, you pour something down her neck, I presume?
Yeah. assume there's something in.
Healing potion.
Set.
I do have one if you're searching me, but
The monkey points it out.
I mean, I can also have medicine. I'm trained in that.
okay.
2 people approach you. It's the professor and some strange, scaly-looking fella. The professor would like to tell you that the show went just great, and he would thus like to award you something. He would also like to know why Laura's on the ground, if that's okay with you.
She kind of got bitten by a lot of rats and then
Yeah, we
zapped.
found a person who's doing evil stuff.
Yeah. Just gonna
Worrisome. Quite worrisome.
start dragging the body over.
I feel that it might be a good idea to see, to visit town tomorrow and see if you can find out where she's from. If someone's doing this to a local visiting circus, then clearly they might have some trouble.
Probably
we-
our trouble.
I'm here to give
Sounds-
you your share, however. I'd like to give you a slightly larger share than usual because you've done so exceptionally well today.
All 4 of us.
You are awarded a... Oh, wait, no, we don't want to convert to loot. You get 21 pieces of gold. That's
Wow,
3 per
cash
person.
money.
And he also awards you a minor healing potion each, so that you can keep up that zest you got going.
Oh man.
I hope you will accept this minor gift. And this fellow here insisted on meeting... What was it again?
The one with the bow. That's the one I like.
This concerns me.
Or the one with
Looks
the
like you
drake.
got
That one was
it.
neat too. Hello.
Hey.
I'm Slack.
Oh hi, Slack. I'm
Oh.
Ruby. This is Garlic.
As he walks over to try and shake your head, he does like notice Nemi in the distance.
Oh. Am I interrupting something?
No, we just finished. It's all right.
Oh my.
I found the culprit for a little altercation that happened earlier.
Anyway, I'm Slack. Sort of local. I handle a lot of what's it called? The forestry around here. So I know the area quite well. And it sounds like you might need a guide.
He puts his fists in his side and is like trying to be all proud.
That would probably come in handy. The person we just dealt with was a druid of some description, so maybe they have some associates.
Takes a moment to think, like he's scratching his chin. Like, druids in the area. Oh, I know.
There's the what are they called again? The hermit. Oh yeah, the hermitage of blessed lightning. So some followers of Gosrael live there, but they're not the violent. Best I know.
Gosrael? Was that the god we found the
Yes.
symbol of? Could be related. We could at least bring it up.
Yeah. I mean,
Show them the bag.
she did just try to do a lot of mean things to us, so...
Yeah. If we're gonna hold anyone accountable, you know.
Well, that's all quite concerning, I gotta say. Such developments in a quaint little town like this, I wouldn't stand for that myself. But,
he's very distracted by the fact there's like a body off in the corner. And he's constantly like peeking out, like, ooh.
It's okay. We'll clean that up in a second.
She started it.
so do you usually do
Yeah.
detective work, or are you just, like, excited to do it?
I mean, it was fun. First time for me, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of always more of a doing type than the thinking type.
Professor kind of butts in and does say, like, you could probably have some time to take care of things. We'll put on a few more shows, but you can take care of your own business, and not to mention it will always take a while to pack everything up again. So you have plenty of time to take a look around if you want. If anything, it'll be lovely to go to town and have a little drink and a bite, isn't it? And make some new friends. Can't argue with that, right?
I mean,
Sounds
I
a good idea.
guess.
I'm just trying to cheer up the mood a bit, considering.
Been a long day.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I should probably go back home too before it's too dark.
Also, I can get my arrows back.
I don't really care too much about arrow tracking because 2E is such a system where it's like you don't. I don't know why they just didn't decide to just abstract arrows, considering that everyone's supposed to do every fight at full resources. It's like okay, then just abstract arrows. Don't bother with it. If everyone
Yeah,
gets
just
their slots
assume I have a
back,
full quiver.
just assume that you have a full quiver. Yeah. Point is, this is taken care of. This is the first chapter, which means you get your level up.
Yay,
Hooray.
all 3.
The next chapter is taking a look around Aberton, and if you don't want to go to Aberton, the mayor will come and by and tell you to go look at Aberton.
You go here, or else.
I mean, it's not that forceful. Don't forget that you have a map that mentions some other locations around town that may also be worth visiting as a result of that.
Dude, I got second level spells.
Can you imagine doing this whole
General
thing at first
Iron
level?
Will.
Oof, that lady's tough. A real boss fight.
Yeah.
A real cod, as they like to say. Oh, yeah,
Yay, my
third
will
level.
saves are now expert.
Oh yes, everyone gets the fun things, don't they?
Me too.
I got the spell repertoire.
General
Oh, the
feat skill
skill
increases.
increase.
Delightful.
I'm
Third
gonna
level is
become
where
an expert at something.
third level.
I
is-
order. I need to drag it in.
Also, your cantrips get stronger, Bella. Don't forget that part.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Aberton for you. If I remember to turn off. Okay, cool. I really like that the tiny map you were just on is obviously visible on this one. Look at that. It's cute.
I'm an expert in acrobatics.
Delightful.
Signature spells. That's what I get.
Do you know how they work, Bella?
I'm reading.
So essentially, you have to pick spells at specific levels. So you don't get heal. You get heal at first level or at second level. Signature spells are freely heightened to every level you have access to. So if you say, my signature spell is heal, you can cast heal at every level without specifically having to take it at those, which frees up your slots. I
Which
think you
makes
can.
sense.
No, wait. Maybe it's only you can lower them.
Instead, you can heighten these spells freely.
There you go. So yes, you could. It's a great way to ensure that you don't have to take heal at every single level, but just at the lower ones. Which is nice because there are a couple of spells that are like always just nice to have. And upcasting them is also extra nice to have. Like primarily things like heal, but there are probably other spells as well, such as command. Just nice to have if you can heighten that over time for free. Or the summoning spells like animate dead. And who doesn't want to heighten cast Thoughtful Gift?
I have some cantrips.
Delightful.
Aren't you guys just special?
Don't forget that your cantrips do heighten. Well, don't be
They're level 2.
don't be such a fuss, you fighter. You get all the fun stuff, like bravery and a general feat and a skill increase. Nothing too exciting, but you can pretend it's exciting.
Well, it's not that I have cantrips from my class, Dizzy. They're ones I got from my heritage.
I can have a pointy arm.
Honestly, the biggest benefit of that is if anything has weakness to fire, it's like you get so much damage for free.
Yeah.
I think
Fire damage.
anyone who plays 2E and is like, it's only 1 damage, does not know how fucking annoying 1 damage can be. Like, oh, it does 1 persistent fire damage, yes, but he's weak to fire 5, so it's 5 free damage every turn until he gets rid of it. Oh no, it's 6. I can't take 6. Why then? Also, you have 44 hit points. Holy crap.
I'm healthy.
I have 38.
I got 30.
Well, it's not that bad. Also, your animal companion probably also gets a little tougher too.
Oh yeah. course.
Baby Bella, you are the caster.
All numbers go up by 1. I'll take care of that for you. Or you can do it yourself. Just have to increase every number by 1.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll do
I
it.
mean,
Okay.
okay.
It gets 2, 6, 8, 32. Full heal because that's nice. 7. Oh, gosh, I hate this. I hate having to fill out these sheets. I don't know what it is. Perception goes up to 6. All skills become higher. 6, 7, 7. Jaws. 7. Tail. 7. And done.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go expert religion.